And here we are, almost ready for our class. Okay, just let me check who are the ones that are here right now. Because maybe you can ask yourself if it's really important and if assistant counts. And yes, it does. Of course, it counts if you are in class. So what I expect is for everybody to be in class. Everybody, right? So assistants count. Of course, it does. It is very important for you to be in class. So just let me check the ones that are here right now. Because I always write down people that are absent, or maybe when I begin the class, they are not here. So we have to be on time so we don't miss anything because everything is very important. Okay, I think we are ready. I'm going to silent microphone just in case, and we may begin our class. Here we are. Okay, we have full screen of the presentation, and my special helpers help me here, right? Yes, if you can see the screen and if we don't have any problem. Yes, es Florcita, Avila, Vargas, Genesis, Camila. Gracias, chicas preciosas. Thank you. Okay, no problem with our presentation and we are ready to begin. We are going to open our book on page 171. 171. Page 171. Welcome to our grammar class. This is part 1. Tomorrow we will have the second part of the class. And I expect everybody to be here. We are only missing 6 more weeks. And that includes the week for evaluation. So classes only 5 more weeks. Okay, so as you can see, we are almost done with the school year. And this is time for you to absorb as much as you can from your last classes, right? We have to be as prepared as possible for our next year, school year. Remember that every year has objectives, knowledge that we must absorb because we are not going to see them again ever. So, what I want is for you to be able to absorb as much as you can, as much as you can. Okay, so um, pay attention and participate in everything. I want your active participation in everything. Okay, let's begin. Here we are, our class for today, page 171. Page 171. It says exercise 3.2, using to and enough. We already discussed, right? When do we use to and when do we use enough? Remember? It says, let me just have a look over here so um, we can write down before we begin, just to remember. Okay, this is for you to remember. When do we use to and when do we use enough? We are going to use to when it's more than necessary. It's more than necessary, right? When it's more than necessary, we are going to use to. And when do we use, we're going to change the color over here. When do we use enough? This is just a little reminder, just a short reminder. Is to show when we show whether, is to show whether an amount is acceptable. Remember? when an amount is acceptable. So we use to when it's more than necessary. And we use enough whether an amount is acceptable. Remember that? We saw it in one of our classes. Okay? Now that we remember a little bit about to and enough, I think we can complete our exercise. So let's see number one. It says, it didn't do as well as I expected on the test. We have to complete the left side of the exercises with the right side of the exercises. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Those are part, right, of what we are going to do. So it says, I didn't do as well as I expected on the test. It was letter F. Maybe you didn't study hard enough. Let's see number two. I have to rewrite my essay. So we are going to join it with very good, excellent Genesis G and says too short, Daniela G. Okay, let's see. Well done. Okay, here we have number two is letter G, too short. Excellent, Genesis. Very good job. Number three, I have a big test tomorrow. I have a big test tomorrow. Very good, Avila. Okay, Avila has the answer real fast. Let me see the rest of my eighth grade. Do we know the answer? I have to rewrite. No, I have a big test tomorrow. Okay, Diana says A, Avila D, Genesis A, and says long enough. Flor says C. Okay, we have different opinions here, but let's see the answer. Which is the answer? It's letter D. Letter D, very good. I have a big test tomorrow. They then don't stay up too late tonight. Let's complete both sides of the exercises, okay? The ones on the left and the ones on the right. We need to complete both sides. There we have the answer. Let's continue with number four. Is my homework okay? It is due soon. What letter is the correct one? Very good, Avila. Before I said the answer, I want to see the rest of you. What do you think for number four? Your participation is important, sweetie. I need you to participate. So let's see what it says. Is my homework okay? It's due soon. Let's have a look at the answer. H. Very good. It's letter H. Sure, it looks good. You can turn it in. Good enough. Sure, it looks good enough. You can turn it in. Excellent, Avila. Good job. Number five, the group meets at 8 a.m. Can you come? Can you come? Excellent, Avila. Can you come? Very good, Genesis. Very good, Jessica. Rihanna, Cynthia, good. Vargas, Rosales, very good job. Canistales. Jessica, very good. Number five is letter C. Too early. Too early. Letter C and too early. Okay, let me just double check who are the ones that are here present. I need to check who's present. Let me see, who do we have here? Very good. Okay, we have several more that join our class. That's great. Okay, let's continue. Let's see, we are on number six. Number six. We have only 2 days to write a paper. 2 days to write a paper. Very good, Florcita. Excellent, Avila. Very good, Flor. Jessica, Vargas, Canizales, Ariana. Okay, we all agree. Very good, Camila Castro. Excellent. Very good, Farid. Very good. Okay, let's see number six. Yes, it's letter B. Long enough. 2 days doesn't seem long enough. Doesn't seem long enough. Okay, we are filling up the blanks from the exercises on the left and from the right. Let's see number 7. The teacher didn't hear my question. Very good, Flor. Excellent, Genesis. Jessica, Ariana, Chinchilla, Canizales, Vargas. Yes, it's letter E. Muy bien, Chinchilla. You gave me both answers. Very good, Avila. You gave me both answers too. Loudly enough. Loudly enough. It doesn't matter if you don't have the right answer, but you tried, and that is the important thing. You need to try. Doesn't matter if it's correct or incorrect. Together here, we are going to discover which is the right answer, but you need to try. Letter A, number 8, I'm sorry. Genesis, very good, you were fast. Jessica, Frucita, excellent. Is letter A, very good. Long enough. Very good job. Very good, Miss Vargas. Letter A, long enough. Well done. Very good. Okay, from 1 to 8, those are the answers. Let's just read together where it says data from the real world on page 171, exercise 3.3. Let's see, Ms. Vargas, can you please turn on your microphone and read for me exercise 3.3, where it says data from the real world, please?
Research shows that the formal adverbs of degree are more common in class papers, presentations, and other formal situations.
And
The, que-
example.
the questions were extremely difficult, more formal.
Thank you very much. Excellent. So, formal adverbs of degree are more common in class papers, presentation, and other formal situations. Okay, this, as you can see, if you study and you get really in detail with everything that we do, you are going to find out that I'm always using examples and exercises from the book in your evaluations. So if you can really observe very carefully, that example is exactly the same. The part of the rewrite sentence that you had in your evaluation. It says the questions were extremely difficult. I just changed something, but the adverb and the adjectives, those are the ones that I needed on the evaluation. Extremely difficult. So always study from your book. Have a look at the examples and the exercises because I always take in account this information for your evaluations, okay? Let's see the second part, 3.3. Let's continue reading. Camilita Castro, can you read, please, sweetie, where it says use the less formal adverbs?
Use the less formal adverbs of degree in conversation with friends, in emails, and in other informal situations. The questions were really difficult, less
E-
formal.
Excellent, very good. You could either use formal or less formal in your sentences. So in your evaluation, you could have used either form, formal or informal. Here you had the answer for the rewrite questions in your evaluation. Here it was. All you needed to do was to study. These same examples we had, these same examples in the other pages that we already saw. So if you really um, study carefully and pay attention to details, you will see that all the answers are here on the book. I am not going to create an evaluation that is not on is not in the book or that we haven't discussed before, right? So always pay attention and study carefully. Excellent. Okay. Page 171, done. Let's turn to page 172. Let's see. It says, read a formal letter that a student wrote to a professor. Choose the correct adverbs of degree. This is pretty easy because we already have the adverbs of degree here. All we have to do is to choose the correct one. Okay, so help me really fast. It says, Dear Dr. Green, I am in your Math 101 class. I am really quite worried about my grades for my class. I am blank. Sure, very good, Paola. Excellent, Paola Mejia. Avila, Hueso, Ariana, Jessica, Diana. Very good job. Okay, everybody's trying. Very good, Floor. But we have some different opinions. So let's have a look at the real answer. Is it pretty or fairly? I am pretty or fairly sure that I'm not doing. Let's have a look. Yes, here we have the answer. Fairly is the answer for number two. So we are going to circle fairly. I am fairly sure that I'm not doing very well or so well. Okay, Daniela says very, Hueso so, Paola very, Flora very, Ariana so, Jessica very, and Vargas very. Okay, we are not doing very well or so well. I think the answer is very. Okay, good job. Good try in this exercise. It doesn't matter if you didn't get it right this time. You will get right. You will get it right next opportunity. The work for this class is so difficult or it's extremely difficult for me. Excellent, Avila. Good job. Very okay. Ariana has another answer. Fernando another. Jessica. Okay, we are all with different opinions. But let's have a look at the answer. Extremely, people. Okay, the work for this class is extremely difficult. Remember that we are writing a formal letter. Look at the instructions at the top. Formal letter. That's why we don't use so, because so it's not formal. So it's informal. And here they are asking us to read a formal letter that a student wrote to a professor. If you're writing to a teacher, you're not going to use so. So, um, can everybody hear me? Let me check. Can you hear me, sweeties? Yes. Maybe Paolita, there's something wrong with your the audio in your computer or cell phone. Try to plug in uh, your earphones again. Try to do it again. Thank you, guys. Gracias, chicos. Okay, Paulita, if you're having problem with the audio, maybe your earphones or there's something wrong with the volume. So just check that, okay? Because everybody can hear me. Okay, let's continue. I do I do the assignments pretty carefully or rather carefully. Very good, Vargas. Excellent, good. Okay, Avila and Jessica, good, excellent. Okay, Farid, remember this is a formal letter. What is more formal? Pretty or rather? Look how it sounds. Rather, right, Fernando? Very good. Okay. Five is rather. Remember, this is a formal letter. Formal. Okay. Yes, Farid, this is like something we discovered together, and it's very interesting. Let's see, but I do not understand everything. I study quite hard or so hard for every test. Very, very good, Avila. Excellent. Now we understood. Remember that this is a formal letter, so we cannot use so. So is for informal letters. Okay, so we use quite. Excellent, people. Good job. Quite. Hard for every test. However, I did not study extremely hard or sort of hard for the last test. Very good. Yes, Canizales, Savila, Rosales, Vargas, Jessica. Now we are getting into this, okay? It is a formal letter. So what is more formal? Study extremely or study sort of? Of course, I know. Number seven, extremely is formal. Sort of is informal. Hard for the last test, and I know I did not do so well or very well. Very good. Yes, girls, very good. Now we understood. Very, very good, Wes. So excellent for it. So is for informal and very for formal. So we use very. I am very eager to improve in your class. Eager is willing. Eager es deseoso. Estoy muy ansioso o deseoso. That is eager. Okay, so I am very eager to improve in your class. Thank you. Sincerely, Matthew Yee. Okay, great. Very good job. Now we jump to exercise 3.4. In 3.4, I'm going to play an audio and I want you to listen to it. I'm going to play it 1 or 2 times if necessary so you can complete the exercise. This is a listening practice. So don't wait for me to give you the answers. The answers at the end, we check it together so we can see if they are correct or we need to make to do any corrections. But this is a listening practice. So try to do it with the listening. This is your challenge. Could I do it? Am I good with listening? Or do I need to practice a little bit more? How are you going to discover it? By practicing listening. So try to do the exercise with the listening, and then we can check together the answer, right? But try to complete the listening on your own. Let's see, page 172. Exercise 3.4. Let's play the audio.
Pages 172 and 173. Unit 14. Exercise 3.4. A. Listening for adverbs of degree.
So, what are some tips for studying and getting good grades?
Well, it's important to study really hard.
Right. It's also pretty important to do all of your homework. What do you think, Carlos?
My vocabulary notebook is so helpful to me.
How does that help?
When I want to use a new word, my notebook has sentences to help me remember how to use it.
I don't know.
Oh, it works amazingly well, in my opinion.
Okay, so a vocabulary notebook is a really good idea.
Yes. So, we have 3 tips. Study, do your homework, and keep a vocabulary notebook. What else?
Asking questions. Ask questions in class. That's kind of important.
Here's another one. I think it's a really good idea to have a study group. It's incredibly important to have people to study with and to talk about class with, in my opinion.
I agree. Studying together is so helpful.
Okay. Were you able to hear the audio? No problem with the audio? Okay, great. Here we have the answer. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, excellent. Do you want me to play it one more time? No, no. Yes, please, says Fernando. Okay, for you, Fernando. Of course, I'm going to do it for you, Fernandito. Excellent. Okay, we're going to play it one more time. Excellent, Jose Luis. Don't worry. I'm going to play it one more time. Okay, the rest of you, check that you wrote the correct answer. Okay, so I'm going to play it one more time. Let's pay attention.
Pages 172 and 173. Unit 14. Exercise 3.4. A. Listening for adverbs of degree.
So, what are some tips for studying and getting good grades?
Well, it's important to study really hard.
Right. It's also pretty important to do all of your homework. What do you think, Carlos?
My vocabulary notebook is so helpful to me.
How does that help?
When I want to use a new word, my notebook has sentences to help me remember how to use it.
I don't know.
Oh, it works amazingly well, in my opinion.
Okay, so a vocabulary notebook is a really good idea.
Yes. So, we have 3 tips. Study, do your homework, and keep a vocabulary notebook. What
Oh, sorry, it stopped. Okay, I don't know what happened with the audio, but then let's see the answer. Let's complete. Don't worry, Fernando and Luis, we can complete the answers together. Okay, don't worry, Fernando. Yes. Oh, you're done. Excellent. Okay, let's see. Number one. Well, it's important to study really hard, right? It's also,
else?
Asking
oh, be
questions.
quiet.
Ask
Be quiet. This audio is crazy. Okay, Vargas, very good. Excellent. Pretty.
Pages 172 and
Oh, dear.
173. Unit
It wants to be played. Okay, number three is so helpful to me. How does that help? When I went to use a new word, my notebook has sentence to help me remember how to say it, to use it. I don't know. So let's see number four. How, oh, it works amazingly. Very good job. Amazingly well, in my opinion. Okay, so a vocabulary notebook is really excellent, girls. Really good idea. Yes, so we have three tips: to study, to do homework, and keep a vocabulary note. What else? Asking questions, ask question in class. That's kind of very good, kind of important. Excellent. Here's another one. I think it is a blank. Really very good, really good idea to have a study group. It's, what is it? It's really, okay, number eight. It is incredibly, very good. It is incredibly important to have a prop people to study with and to talk about class with, in my opinion. I agree. Studying together is excellent. Very good, Jose Luis. Good job. Very good, Flor, Genesis, Vargas. Excellent. So helpful. Very good job. Okay, avoid common mistakes. Let's have a look. We are going to avoid common mistakes, but before we start working on avoiding common mistakes, I need you to read, please, on page 173, the rules or the common mistakes that we always make. So page 173, avoid common mistakes. I want you to read number one, where it says use an adverb. Number one, avoid common mistakes, page 173. David, could you read, please, Mr. Murillo? Turn on your microphone and read, sweetie. Let's read, David. Turn on your microphone, please. Page 173. David, are you there? Are you in class? Are you here with me? Mr. David? Okay, David is having trouble, he says. Okay, Diana, could you read, please, page 173? Miss Candy Salas?
Use
Yes,
an adverb, not an adjective, to describe how something happened.
excellent.
She studied very carefully.
Excellent, very good job. Not very careful, but carefully. This is another common mistake. Thank you, Miss Candy Salas. Thank you very much. Let's see, Miss, I think we have volunteers maybe here. No, no, no. Eduardo Diaz, could you help me, Eduardo, with number two? Let's read number two, and then Farid can read number three.
Well is the adverb for good. He did well on the test.
Excellent. We don't say he did good on the test. We say he did well. Farid, could you read, please, number three?
Do not put an adverb between the verb and the object. They answered the question loudly.
Excellent. Very good. We don't we don't put an adverb between the verb and the object. We say they answered the question loudly. We don't say loudly the question. Okay? So we have to be very careful. These are common mistakes that we do from time to time. Mr. Serrano, could you read, please, number four? Fernandito Serrano, could you turn on the microphone and read number four, sweetie, please? Fernando, are you there, Fernando? Okay, Fernando is not going to read. Let's see. Okay, Ariana wants to read. Excellent, Ariana. Let's read, Ariana. Thank you, baby.
In negative statements, only use strong adverbs. They did not study very hard.
Excellent. Okay, in negative statements, use strong adverbs. If we say no, we have to be firm and sure. So we don't say fairly hard because that sounds weak. Fairly hard. We say very hard. So we are going to use strong adverbs. And number 5, the last one. Let me see who can help me with the last one. We need people to read. Let's see, Jose Luis, could you help me? Number 5, Jose Luis.
He's working hard at his new job.
Okay, thank you, Jose Luis. Okay, Jose Luis only read the example, but I'm going to read the entire thing. Remember that some adverbs have the same form as adjectives. He is working hard at his job. Okay, they have the same form, adverbs and adjectives. So we don't say hardly, we always say hard. Okay, we are ready for our exercise. Let's have a look. Page 174. Let's complete the exercise. Here it says, we have 7 mistakes in the conversation. Number 1, I didn't go good on the test today. Do you identify the mistake? What is the mistake over there? Very good, Ariana. Excellent. The mistake is well. Excellent, Avila. Very good job. I didn't do well on the test. Sam, did you study hardly last night? Excellent. Very good, Genesis and Ariana. Not hardly, but hard. We are correcting mistakes. Very good, Flora and Vargas. Correct the mistakes in your book. I tried, but it was so loud in the library. How about you? Loudly, said Ariana. Let's have a look. No, Marisa, the a part of the conversation of Marisa was correct, but it was so loud in the library. How about you? The next mistake is when Sam speaks. I didn't do well. Sam says, well, I studied, but I didn't sleep very well. Remember that a negative needs a strong adverb. So it's not pretty well, but very well. Next one. Marisa, and the test seemed easy. Okay, seemed easy. So we're moving to the next part, but it wasn't. It was too hard. Let's see. Marisa says, well, what happened? We took carefully notes. We was the other way. We took notes carefully. Remember? Notes carefully. We don't put the adverb next to the verb. We have to be careful over there. We took notes carefully. And we listened well in class. And we listened well in class. Maybe we didn't study carefully enough. Okay, here is the next mistake. Marisa says, maybe we didn't study carefully enough. I am suddenly getting nervous. Why? Well, we don't have a very long time before the next test. Remember, adverbs in negative must be strong. That's why we wrote very. Okay, that was page 174. Last exercise, that is the pre-reading task, page 175. It says that we are going to underline the adverb and circle the adverbs of degree. So let me start reading over here. And I'm going to help you circling and underlining. So follow the reading with me. It is extremely hard to learn new words, okay? We have our adverb of degree, extremely. My roommates and I have a vocabulary learning trick that works very well. Here we have another adverb of degree for us. And we have well, so we underline the adverb of manner. We have the adverb of manner and the adverb of degree. For us, first we heard or see a new word, we quickly, manner, write it down in our vocabulary notebook. Then each night we meet briefly, another adverb of manner. Manner is describing how it is done, not how uh, strong or weak. Remember that the adverbs of degree are strong or weak. To tell each other our new words, one person carefully chooses one of the words for us, another adverb of manner. The next day, we all try hard to use the word, another adverb of manner, that word appropriately, manner, as many times as possible. By the end of the day, we usually, of manner as well, know the word pretty well. There we have pretty, that is of degree. Each night we compare the numbers, also well is manner, right? We use the word. Then the winner chooses the word for the next day. This way we easily learn about 7 new words each week. Okay, there we have this trick, works well for me and I recommend it to everyone. Excellent. Okay, that way we finished just in time, just missing a couple of seconds to end the class. Okay, sweeties, you can turn on your microphone if you want. Okay, and we are going to say bye. Questions, write
Bye,
to me on the
Misa.
chat. Bye, mis amores. Bye, Farid. Cuídense mucho, mis corazones.
Bye,
Bye,
Miss.
Jessica. Bye, Génesis Preciosa.
Bye,
Bye, Ariel.
Miss.
Bye, Florcita. Bye, bye, bye. Send the evidence, right? Send the evidence. Bye, Mr. David. Cuídese mucho. Bye, bye, bye.